students, we are going to solve the second module problems in the second module. The question says a pentagonal prism 30 mm side of base and 60 mm axis is standing on an edge of base, standing on HP on an edge of base with axis making 45 degrees to HP. The axis making 45 degrees to HP and the edge on which it is resting on HP makes 30 degrees to VP. Agreed? I repeat the question. A pentagonal prism 30 mm side, 60 mm axis stands on HP on an edge of base with axis making 40 degrees to HP and the edge which is resting on HP making 30 degrees to VP. Okay, I am going to draw this by redrawing method. I have drawn the simple position plan and elevation. I have kept the edge CD perpendicular to VP. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, axis OP, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, O dash, F dash, G dash, H dash, I dash, J dash, P dash. Simple position plan and elevation with one edge CD perpendicular to VP. Then I redraw this elevation. This elevation is redrawn with this corner. What is it? It is the edge CD. C dash, D dash, redrawn as C1 dash, D1 dash on XY line. And the shape is reproduced so that the axis is OP. O1, O dash, P dash, O1 dash, P1 dash making 45 degrees to HP. I have redrawn this elevation, the same elevation geometrically saying with axis making 45 degrees to HP and project a new plan. How will you project a new plan? Draw vertical projectors, draw horizontal projectors, you get the new plan. What's the new plan? This is it. A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1, G1, H1, I1, J1, axis O1, P1. All visible edges are formed, all invisible edges are dotted. Now, how is the prism now? Now the prism is standing on HP on a side of base with axis making 45 degrees to HP and axis parallel to VP or the edge on which it is resting perpendicular to VP. The question says the edge on which it is resting has to make 30 degrees to VP. What do you have to do? You have to redraw this plan. Redraw this plan. How? In such a way that the edge CD which you mark here as C2D2 making 30 degrees to XY. What do you do? Draw a 30 degree line to XY line. Choose any point, draw a line at 30 degrees. On that line, choose what? C2D2. Choose C2D2. This C2D2. This C2D2. Reproduce the whole plan. Redrawing the whole plan in the correct shape is a slightly tedious one, but you have to draw it fast. So redraw the plan. Then draw vertical projectors, draw horizontal projectors. Example, a vertical projector through A2 and the horizontal projector through A1 dash meet at A2 dash. Vertical projector through B2 and horizontal projector through B1 dash meet at B2 dash. Similarly, C2 dash, D2 dash, E2 dash, O2 dash, F2 dash, G2 dash, X2 dash, I2 dash and J2 dash. This is all the and P2 dash, all the 5 plus 5 plus 2, 12 points. Now, after locating the points, you have to make or you have to connect the points. Since the base is nearer to VP and the top is nearer, base is nearer to observer and the top is nearer to VP, whatever is nearer to observer will be visible. What is near to the observer? Base. What is the base? A2 dash, B2 dash, C2 dash, D2 dash, E2 dash. Make it firm. Make it firm. The corner C is far away from the observer, nearer to VP, that will be invisible. C2 dash is invisible and the two, not C, J2 dash is invisible, I2 dash is invisible and the two lines or three lines from I2 dash will be invisible and all other lines will be firm. Agreed? This is redrawing method. If such a question is coming for the university examination, the usual mark pattern is if there is 10 mark, I don't know what is your mark. If there is 10 mark, there will be 2 marks allotted for the simple position. Agreed? 2 marks. 3 marks allotted for the subsequent position. And 3 more marks for the final position. 3 plus 3 plus 2, 8. 8. Plus 2 marks for dimensioning and neatness. How is the dimensioning? This is the dimensioning which is expected from you. This distance is what? 30. This height is what? 60. And this angle 45 degrees, this angle 30 degrees and so on. Now, if you draw this problem by auxiliary projection method, which is comparatively easy. In auxiliary projection method, what do you do? Instead of redrawing these views, you draw auxiliary XY lines. New XY lines. What are they? They represent HP and VP according to the requirement. So this is the simple position, no change in the simple position. Then we draw an x1, y1. We draw an x1, y1. We draw an x1, y1 through what? We draw an x1, y1 through. We draw an x1, y1 through this particular point. This is C dash D dash. We draw an x1, y1 through C dash D dash. Then what do you do? How do you draw it? You ensure that this angle is 45 degrees. This angle is 45 degrees. Then draw a new plan. How do you draw a new plan? Draw projectors. Draw projectors perpendicular to xy line. X1, y1. Draw projectors perpendicular to x1, y1. From all points of the elevation and taking the distance to the plan and mark on them, you will get what? You will get A1, B1, C1, C1, D1, E1, O1. I am marking the points without taking dimensions because it's not easy to make correct dimensions. Okay, these are the points F, G, H, I, J, P1, O1. Now you are looking in this direction. The top will be visible. Make the top firm. We have redrawn the plan. We have redrawn the plan. Now if you take this plan and elevation, the prism is standing on HP on an edge of base and the axis is making 45 degrees to HP. The edge on which it is resting is perpendicular to VP. The edge has to make 30 degrees to VP. So what you have to do? You have to draw a new x2, y2. Where is it? The new x2, y2 is drawn at 30 degrees. The new x2, y2 is drawn at 30 degrees. X2, y2. The new x2, y2 is drawn at 30 degrees to the edge C1, D1 and draw a new elevation. How do you do that? Draw projectors perpendicular to x2, y2 from all points in the auxiliary plan. Then take the distance of the first elevation from x1, y1 and mark on the respective projector. This is C dash D dash, 0 distance. So on this projector you have got C1 dash. On this projector you have D1 dash. Then A dash this far away. So on the projector through A, I have not on the projector through A. On the projector through A, I have A1 dash. On the projector through B, on the projector through B, I have got B1 dash. On the projector through E, I have got E1 dash, A, B, C, D. Then on the projector through F, I have got F1 dash, G, G1 dash, F, G, H, H1 dash, I1 dash, and J1 dash, P. Somewhere you will get P1 dash, and somewhere also you get O1. Now you have to connect. All visible edges are firm and invisible edges are dotted. When you are looking in this direction, the base is nearer to the observer, so the full base will be seen. since I am not following the correct dimensions, the shape will have some problem. Plan XY elevation. Plan XY elevation. Plan XY elevation. So this method is faster. This method is faster because the redrawing aspect, the redrawing is not necessary. We can draw, there are only 4 drawings: plan, elevation, auxiliary plan, and the new elevation. When you give mark for this kind of a solution, 2 marks for this, 3 marks for this auxiliary plan, and another 3 marks for this final elevation. That is how the mark allotments are usually made. And the remaining 2 marks will be given for dimensioning, neatness, and what you call as labeling, angles, all dimensioning, neatness, positioning, judgment, spacing in the sheet, etc. Okay, that is the second question or third question. That is the first question in the second module. The second question in the second module is a square pyramid suspended on a corner of base. Square pyramid suspended on a corner of base with the axis making some angle to VP. I have got the simple position, the pyramid resting on HP on a corner, with the base on the top, with the corner A clearly available on the left side. When I am suspending it, what happens? The point of suspension and G dash, the center of gravity. Where is the center of gravity? It is 1/4 from the base. 1/4 from the base. The dimension of the pyramid is 40, 60. This is 40 and this is 60. So this is what? 15. This is 15. Okay. You have to redraw this elevation with this A dash G dash making vertical or 90 degrees to HP. That means A1 dash G1 dash. Agreed? Now what is this? This is approximately, this is not drawn to dimension, this is approximately the elevation redrawn. This elevation redrawn such that this line becomes vertical. Agreed? A dash G dash, A1 dash G1 dash, A1 dash G1 dash become vertical. Now what? Draw a new plan. Draw vertical projectors down. Draw horizontal projectors. What do you get? You get a new plan. A1, B1, C1, D1, O1, P1, O1. You have got the new plan. Now, the question says the plan of axis, the axis makes 50 degrees to VP. The axis makes 50 degrees to VP. What is the inclination of the axis to HP now? This is that angle. I don't know how much that angle is. I do not know how much that angle is. Okay. Maybe something around 40, nearer to 40. Okay. Now, you have to redraw this plan such that the plan of axis makes beta to XY line. We don't know how much is beta. Phi of the axis is given. From the given value of phi, you have to find out beta. What do? Draw a line. You can make a separate construction if you want, or you can make here itself. Draw a line at 50 degrees. 50 degrees. Phi equals 50. Take the true length of axis and mark a line. This is true length. Draw a locus. Take the plan length of axis. This is the plan length of axis, O1, P1. Cut an arc. You will get a line. Agreed? Now, extend this. This angle is called what? This angle is called beta. Around this, construct the new plan. This plan. How do you construct it? You can construct it inside or outside if you want. I will construct it here. I call this A2, B2, C2, D2, O2, P2. What is this? This is the final plan. This is the final plan. It satisfies the requirements. The axis makes 50 degrees to VP. The actual angle which you have drawn here is the apparent angle equal to beta, which you have found out. Now, draw vertical projectors up. Draw horizontal projectors. Locate the points O2, O1 dash, O2 dash, O2 dash, D2 dash, C2 dash, B2 dash, A2 dash, A2 dash, B2 dash, C2 dash, D2 dash. Okay. Connect them. The base, the apex is nearer to observer, base is nearer to VP. Therefore, the full base will not be visible. Full base will not be visible. Something is wrong. A2, B2, C2, D. Okay. Okay, something like this will be the elevation. You are right on the plan and you have projected the elevation, something that since I am not following dimensions, there will be slight difference in the shape. The apex is brought nearer to VP and nearer to observer. The base is brought nearer to VP. Since you are not following dimension, there will be slight change in the dimension. But this is the procedure with which you have to draw. Now, if you draw this by auxiliary projection method, the drawing is very, very easy, or the time consumed will be comparatively less. And for those students who have drawn this by auxiliary projection method, I am drawing the shape for you to recall. This is XY line. I extend this, draw an X1, Y1 at 90 degrees to that. X1, Y1, draw a new plan. And drawing a new plan. This is the new plan. A1, B1, C1, D1, O1, P1. The pyramid is suspended now. The pyramid is suspended. Now, I extend this, find out beta by a separate construction, take a line, at 50 degrees, I draw a line, this is true line, true length of axis, this is the locus, take the plan line, this is the plan line, and the cut, I get what, this is plan line, this angle is called beta, take that beta and draw a line, x2, y2, draw projectors perpendicular to x2, y2, O2, O1 dash is this far away, so this is O2 dash, C dash is this far away, so this is C2 dash, B dash is this far away from x1, y1, so on the projector through B, somewhere here is B2 dash, B1 dash, 1 dash is sufficient, D1 dash, C1 dash, D similar level, D1 dash, A far away, so this somewhere here is A1 dash. Connect them. A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, D1 dash, O1 dash, P1 dash. That's the shape of the elevation. The apex is nearer to the observer, the base is nearer to VP, therefore this will be invisible. This also will be invisible. This I drew first will be visible actually. This will be visible. So this is the shape of the elevation. Simple position plan and elevation, auxiliary plan and the final elevation. What is the mark allotment? 2 marks? 3 marks? 3 marks. 2 marks for neatness and dimensioning. You can judge how much you are going to score. Okay. Thank you.